G'day folks, just sort of a Saturday update. I've been quite busy tidying the place up and, well, freeing up access to the front main door. Haven't really had time to do any proper videos, so I figure I'll just give you a bit of an introduction to this outboard motor, which I'm going to spend a bit of time repairing because a friend of mine at work is very interested in it. He has a 15-foot powerboat with no engine or anything on it. And if I can find a control unit or control gear for this thing, assuming it works, well, we're going to mount that on his 15-footer and give it a bit of a run and see how it goes. Yeah, what can I say? It's a Chrysler 130 Outboard. Starter mode is definitely sad. I have tried that after giving it a good clean up and taking the spark plugs out, that sort of thing. It's got perma-gap spark plugs. There's no sign of moisture or corrosion on the plugs themselves, so I don't think any moisture had gotten into the cylinders. Yeah. I've had one of these before. I used it in a video to explain the difference between 2 and 4 strokes and that sort of thing. The one where I was explaining why it's so difficult to convert refrigerant compressors to 2-stroke engines. I had one of these blocks. I didn't have the head or anything, I had the block and the bottom crankcase half. And after realising that, I also realised that I have most of a new factory gasket set for it. So I actually have a new head gasket and a few other different gaskets for one of these engines, which is a good start. So yeah, it's solid state ignition, Chrysler Magna-Power ignition. There's a distributor there, driven by a timing belt. That's a fuel bowl and fuel pump assembly. Looks like fuel inlet, outlet and various vacuum lines for the impulse pump. It's just a diaphragm that moves up and down, pump the fuel. That's solid state. Voltage. Bloody mosquitoes. I've got aero guard on and they're still trying to carry me away. Little bastards. Get out of the... Ah. They're quite nasty today. I guess they're pissed off because I found all their little breeding grounds and covered them in diesel fuel. There's old tyres out the back of the workshop which are full of water now, and I decided to sprinkle some diesel fuel in there just to kill the mozzies. I'm guessing they're not happy with me. But yeah, that's the solid state voltage regulator for the generator, whatever you call it. And yeah, if anything, I'll just pull the starter motor off tonight and pull it to bits and find out what's going on. I got you, little bastard. Bloody mosquitoes trying to bombard the camera, and well, what else can I say? Squishy squishy. It's a choke solenoid. Unfortunately, I don't have the control unit or like selector and control pack for it, so I'll have to find one of them. But for now, I'll work out what wires what and try and wire it up manually. I'll make my own controls up. I just want to know if it's going to run. It's a bit stiff at the moment, but it's been sitting around for a very long time. I'm guessing the oil in the bearings and the cylinders and everything's gone a bit gooey and tacky, like the old chainsaws that I've had before. I've had a few chainsaws and things that have sat around long enough that the oil has turned into tar and seized the piston. But quick soak in some inox or WD-40 dissolves it, and it just turns over and runs on compression like new. So yeah, that's tonight's little thing. I'm going to pull the starter motor off, then I'm going to bed, getting away from these bloody mosquitoes. Don't know what the condition of the legs are like. It's in gear at the moment, but when it was out of gear, I think it's out of gear. No, it's still in gear. When it was out of gear, it felt pretty good. It wasn't grinding or doing anything silly. That's throttle. That should be neutral there. Yep. But yeah, no grinding or anything. Definitely do the lower unit oil. That's pretty easy. Definitely do the water pump. I never put one of these back on the water without doing water pump and seals and things. Yeah,